Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to our fourth and final Be the Change session. We are going to have an amazing group together, an amazing session, some learnings and transformations. My name is Jason Markham. I'll be the host for today, welcoming our speaker, doing a little bit of the logistics and making sure everybody's here, having a good time, and interacting with lots of energy. Speaking of interaction and using energy, this will be your time if you're just joining in to use the react button and use the emoji that best represents your state. If you want to use anything that's with a smile, anything that's angry, anything that's excited, love, whatever that reaction is, practice. It's a really good way of showing how you want to interact on the call. We're going to have hundreds joining us. We're going to be spending an hour, maybe two together, as we're going to have an amazing session to learn more, get to discover how to build our resilience in stressful time. Hey, if you're showing up to this time because stress is in your life right now, you've come to the right place because we're going to work on shifting your state right here, right now on this call, teaching you and allowing you to practice things that will support you in your life. Now, first thing I want to do is if we're going to get together as a tribe, we got to see where everybody's coming from. So let us know where you're tuning in from. Let's see who from around the world, where you are. Start with a city, a country, whatever you prefer. We're going to get to see how our map populates for today, and I'm going to come and play along. Since I want to represent Southeast Asia, I know there's one of us in the Philippines. There's one of us in Indonesia. I see we have someone here. Ooh, I see New Zealand is tuning in, so that must be quite early in the day. Glad to see you there. I saw Estonia come up on the chat. I see Maine, USA. We got South Africa coming in. We got somebody out in Australia, Leanne. Great to see you joining in at midnight. That's fantastic. We're going to make sure you're going to get a great night rest after you're done with today's session. Waterloo, Canada, beautiful place. I think, toast to the Blackberries back in the day. That was the coolest phone. Throwback for any of the older generation like me. Who here had a Blackberry? Who here remembers how we were all connecting with that little touchpad? All right, I'm a fellow Canadian. I remember those Blackberries. And you know what's crazy? There's a whole generation of people with smartphone that if you mention Blackberry, they have no idea what that is. I know it has nothing to do with what we're about to learn today, but it's a fascinating thought and it makes me feel a little older. But nonetheless, we're growing quite wiser. And I'm glad for everybody who's here of all ages. We have a chance to see our global tribe coming together from India, Africa, Europe, UK, North America, and New Zealand. We have quite the global tribe. Okay, and we've been doing this every week for 4 weeks. This is the fourth session. So let's see who decided to drop in for the first time joining a live session with Soma. You're completely new to Soma Breath. Type 1 in the chat. If you are a regular because you've joined one breathwork session before, you can type in 2. And if you are a Soma Breath instructor or you are becoming one, you can type in 3. And I'll give an extra task to our instructors because they love following instructors. They do a good job to go out and get certified. Change your name. Put your name dash instructor or advanced instructor or transformational coach. That way, when you're putting in the comments, we know it's coming in from our instructors. So take a moment to rename yourself, and that way it'll give us even more indication. And this is what I love. A ton of you are becoming regulars on Soma Breath. That makes me happy. That means, hey, if you had a chance to do one breath session, you're already a regular, and that puts you on a path of unlocking your inner pharmacy with the tools that we bring to you at Soma Breath. For those of you who are completely new, you are in for a treat. We're going to teach you some methods. You're going to learn a bunch, and you're going to be introduced to Niraj, who's going to walk you through how to build that resiliency, which we're going to be doing through the session today. If you're completely new to Soma Breath, what I might recommend is take a moment right now and grab the app. We do have our Soma Breath breathing app. This is the place where you can find all the future live events that are coming. There are some daily practices and tracks that you can go through for absolutely free. I will ask the team, taking a moment to post a link to the app so you can go and download it. There is a premium option. It's just under $100 and you unlock a whole suite of tools to support you on bringing breathwork as a practice in your life. I did ask earlier for you to react with a button on where your feels are at. But one of the things we always do is see how's everybody doing right now and how do we do towards the end of the call. So let's have a quick look. Where are we feeling right now from 1 being not great and 10 being great? See, the whole purpose of us doing this series is to understand that if we want to change, if we want to make an impact in the world, if we see that stress, which by the way, all of April was a stress awareness month. If we want to be somebody that's bringing less stress in the world, we need to start with being the change ourselves. So, how do we raise our own state? How do we manage our own stress so that we can go out there and start creating ripples around the world? And let's have a look here. We're sitting at 5.9 as an average. Everybody's a 7. I should have done one of those polls where it's like you cannot use 7 or 8 to see what happens, but we're going to leave the result as is. So everyone's feeling pretty good. But the saddest thing is that a lot of people think that when we're at a 7, this is as good as it gets. So we're going to learn, we're going to experience, and we know we're going to create a shift right here, right now, while you're on the call, so that we get more of everyone going closer to a 10. Now, the session today, you're going to be learning, and I'll be introducing Niraj in 1 minute. You're going to help me welcome him to the stage because he'll focus on teaching and getting you to experience something incredible. What I do want to say before I do bring him on are two major things. Number one is throughout this month, we ran an incredible promotion for our 21-day awakening journey. This is the signature program within SOMA Breath that allows people to completely retransform, rewire their core way of navigating. We call it the awakening journey because you go through 4 live calls, daily practices, and you will come out on the other side with a renewed sense of purpose, direction, and energy like you've never seen before. For anyone who's graduated from the 21-day awakening journey, you can type in me in the chat and you'll see there's a ton of people that have graduated, continue to show up for calls because it's been such a transformational moment in their life. We wish that upon everyone, and we're doing a promotion for the month, which will be done in a couple days with 60% off. For as low as $159, you can go through a 21-day awakening journey, which is the program that Cambridge University themselves started to study in a peer-reviewed research paper to show the effects on the healing modalities for the breath work we bring forward has created radical shifts in people. We want to bring that to the masses. It's one of the things that is sponsoring this event, and we're doing it at 60% off. So $159 will get you a chance to go through a self-paced program, but what I do recommend is for $199, you will have access to a mentor who will walk with you through. It's not a course that you want to buy and put on the shelf. It's a course you want to buy and you want to go through the experience because the transformation after 3 weeks is incredible. So we'll talk more about that at the end. And the last notice I want to give around this is for those of you who want to become instructors yourselves, stay towards the end because I'm going to make something incredible happen for only the people who are listening live, but you have to stick till the end to find out more. Now that my announcements are made, are you all ready for the session today? It is my honor and privilege to be able to welcome Niraj Naik, who will be your teacher, the founder of SOMA Breath, the man who has brought these methodologies to the world, has went through an incredible journey in discovering how to master the power of the breath, bring healing into his life, and now has seen the effects that has happened for him, created into a global movement, which we are now a part of today, and you'll get to experience more, where we will complete our 4th week of Be the Change with him himself. Let's give a warm welcome, Niraj Naik. The floor is yours. Please take it away, and for everybody else, use your reactions to welcome him proper.
Yeah. Welcome, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yep. Nice. You know what's really cool is that I just remember like when me and Jason first met, this was like maybe 8-9 years ago. And I was just a fledgling breathworker, right? I had a very non-existent kind of school, right? We didn't have a school yet. I was just a breathwork instructor, doing my own version of breathwork and doing small classes. And I got this crazy opportunity through Mind Valley to do a session on the main stage because I'd created quite an impact in the community. And so Vishen kind of called me out and got me to do a session on the main stage. And the guy who hosted me was Jason on the main stage. And you may have probably heard of Mind Valley. Who's heard of Mind Valley here? Anyone heard of Mind Valley? Yeah. Most people, I think, these days in this world have heard of Mind Valley. And Jason actually was like one of the top dogs at that place. I mean, top cats. the head. He was one of the head on. I looked up to him because I was like, if there was like a human form of like, if you go through all of the courses Mind Valley teach, and there was a product that was created that was a human form of all of that, right? Then it would be Jason. Jason's like the Ken of Mind Valley. So it was really an honor, right, to have him host me up there. And but who would have thought that 9 years later he would be hosting these events and running SOMA Breath with me, which is amazing, right? It's so cool. Manifesting works. Okay, it really works. Okay, and like this is what I want to talk about today is the power of alignment that comes from when you understand your nervous system and how it works. You can create some incredible alignment in your life, right? That makes weird magic happen, crazy magic, I call it. And you get into this state called the divine flow, right? Where just things just seem to flow. Now, I'm not going to say, like, I'm not going to lie that it's all easy and effortless, and this journey hasn't been rocky and turbulent at times. And I like to use this analogy. Look, when a plane is taking off, okay, into high altitude, there's always going to be inevitably some turbulence. So all of you have got the opportunity, the ability to reach high altitude in whatever you put your mind towards, right? However high or low it is, it's up to you, right? But inevitably you're going to get turbulence. That's inevitable. But what we want for our life is for that turbulence to be something that makes us stronger and doesn't like paralyze us or destroy or sabotage us. And what I've realized what happens, okay, and this has happened to me many times in previous lives. I feel like I've lived many lives in this one life, is the turbulence was too intense that it knocked me off course, or it stopped me from going down that path. And that's good as well. Okay, that's good. And that's good because it's just a redirect. It's a realignment. So any turbulence, any stressful event that throws you off course is just a realignment, a redirect of your path, life path, to the more aligned path, right? And I have to say, like, there's many times in my life where the stress of the situation took me off course. But with SOMA Breath, we've been going now almost 9 years. And it started obviously before that, right? Before this was officially SOMA Breath. I've been doing, before this, the Renegade Pharmacist, and I had a big community from that. But in the breathwork world, with SOMA Breath, like, it was only like 8 years now, 8 or 9 years. And this has lasted long time without the course correction happening in a dramatic way. And what that shows me is that I am actually in really the alignment that I've been looking for my whole life, right? Like, a lot of relationships, marriages these days don't even last 3 years, right? They say that if you can make it to 3 years, that's one of the big breaking points. You're usually going to make it to 7 years. And then 7 years is another big testing point. And they're the years that challenge you the most. And if after 7 years, you tend to stay much longer, right? People last a long time. Me and my wife, who I also met at the same time I met Jason, same time, same event, we've lasted without that much turbulence in our life. Like, yeah, we've been tested. Okay, my wife's Russian, so there's a Russian-Ukrainian war. That really depressed her, actually. That knocked her emotions like nobody's business. And, we've been through some turbulence, but I've actually, I would say, had a very stress-free marriage. In fact, we just keep having more and more fun, right? So that department has been really in alignment. The career department's been in alignment. Even the music career, like, here's another thing, right? I want to be a DJ. I want to be a producer. That was my childhood dreams, right? But the thing is, when I got into the dance music scene and I started to run these massive raves, the culture was not in alignment with who I am at all. It's full of drugs, alcohol, gangsters, the underground dance music scene. And I was course corrected. I had that whole event taken away from me that I worked so hard to build up. I had 2,000 people rave that lasted for 3 years. So for 3 years it was good. Course correction happened, and boom, I went through a bit of a hell to get to where I am now, where I actually get to do such cool events, where I am the headliner of Mind Valley University. So I just want to give a bit of a plug, right? So if you want to go to the best networking community event where you will change your life, guaranteed. If you put your soul into it, you are guaranteed to change your life in the most incredible ways, right? There's Mind Valley University coming up in Tallinn, okay? I can't remember the date. I think it's end of July. I'll be headlining one of the main parties, and you'll get to meet me there. And we've got loads of SOMA Breath instructors coming. The whole community is going to come, hopefully, because I'm inviting you all right now. And I'd love to see you all in person. So that's a really good opportunity to meet me and to experience SOMA Breath in person. All right? That would be so cool if we could do that. So what I want to try and, the point I'm trying to make here, because the topic of today is basically about creating stress resilience for the long term, right? And what goes into that. And this is something what I've really tried to work hard on learning and figuring out myself, right? Is because we want to go from just surviving to thriving. And it all comes down to alignment. Okay, so let's talk about, what does alignment mean? Okay, what does alignment mean? Let's talk about that. Tell me what does alignment mean to you? Let's get it. Let's get some interaction going. And for those of you asking, somebody says Mind Valley has been life changing for me, and yes, love this course redirection. Great. The event, Mind Valley event, just for those who may want to know, because I just mentioned it, is, let's have a look. '20th of July to the 2nd of August. Okay, make a note of it. Right, and this is a place where realignment can really happen. Okay, places like this, Mind Valley University, is a serious place for total realignment. Okay, so let's see. We've got authentic resonance, thriving with ease. When you have clear traumas from the past, it frees you to be aligned, centered, connected, everything in balance. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this. All right. So we have mind, body, spirit. Okay. Mind, body, spirit. Okay. We have mind, which is the operating system. Body, which is the hardware. And spirit, which is this divine but human side to us. Okay? So let's just talk about what that means in terms of alignment. So you're all right, and you're all like, pretty much describing what alignment means. But now, how do we get there? I'm all about getting the results. So how do we become aligned? Okay? There's a lot of buzzwords in this personal development world. I like to be a bit more pragmatic and figure out What can we actually do every day to create alignment? Okay, instant alignment. Okay, so you just need to understand these principles. So you have your mind, which is the thoughts, the ideas. It's the voice in your head as well. Okay, it's the operating system. Okay. Then we have the body, which is your physical body. You have biorhythms, you have hormones, chemistry, chemicals, water. Okay, actually we're about 70% water. That's something for you to think about. And then we have spirit, consciousness. Okay, we have these different layers of who we are. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to create, in order to get spiritual alignment, we need to create mind-body alignment. Okay. And breath has something to do with all three of those things. Okay? So I'm just going to get straight to the mechanism. Okay? So your mind, okay, and your breath are linked. Your thoughts are actually linked to your breathing patterns, believe it or not. Your breath is the mirror of your mind. Okay? Calm mind, calm breath. Give you a moment just for self-reflection. What are moments in your life when you've been really calm? All right? Think about that. Maybe it's that time right now, tuning in. And just observe your breathing. If you can remember a time when you were really peaceful, calm, were you breathing like this? Or were you like completely zen? No breath. Think about it. So think about times when you're really panicky and stressed out, or just observe, if you can, people in a stressed out state, right? You'll notice that they have an erratic breathing pattern. They may be huffing and puffing. There's even an expression for it. He was huffing and puffing. You know, that expression, you probably heard it. Yeah? So, erratic breathing, erratic thoughts. Right? Calm breathing, calm thoughts. Coherent breathing, coherent thoughts. Okay? So, just by changing your breathing pattern, we can change how we think. Okay? And your results in your life are determined by the actions you take. That's the outer world. But the inner world is this. What comes before an action? A decision, right? You have to decide to do something. So, your decisions, okay, are influenced by the quality of your thinking. Okay? But, you know, there's some times where you make terrible decisions. Right? For me, it's often when I'm angry, pissed off, like in an irrational mood, right? And you make irrational decisions. But so that's linked to now feeling. So how we feel often influences the quality of our thinking and vice versa. Also, you can feel really bad when you've made a bad decision, right? They're linked. But I guarantee that you're going to make higher quality decisions more often if you feel in a good state of being physiologically, right? So now that takes us to body. The body. Body is how we feel. Our physical feelings come from our emotions, which is this energy in motion. And your health will impact the quality of your thoughts. Now, when you're in alignment, are you sick or are you healthy? It's a rhetorical question, but think about it. Are we healthy in the body or are we sick and diseased? Or are we at dis-ease? It's impossible to be in true alignment if you're sick. And sickness and disease is just a course correction. I guarantee it. Okay? If it happens at a young age, If it happens when you're a little bit older in your life, okay, when you're, in your late stage of your life, that's your physical body wearing and tearing, just like, you it inevitably will. But there's a lot of older people who have already like really fixed their health, right? From it, even at an old age, to a point where they make it a daily habit to feel good every day by doing something that, even if they have a disease or illness, they do something that makes them feel good, right? And here also comes in social connection, spending time with people you like, engaging in stuff that stimulates you, walking, going for a walk in nature. All these things, even if you're sick, can actually help you change your state to feel good, right? Now, a lot of people change state, right, using substances. Even a cup of coffee is a great one. I love coffee. If you're a coffee drinker and you love coffee, you're excused, okay? I think coffee's great, okay? But, other people resort to more harder stuff to change their state, okay? And actually, there's a middle in between coffee and that is performance pills. So people use, what's it called? Adderall, Ritalin, modafinil, all of these things, the biohackers. They're into all these performance pills, limitless pills. But what they're really doing is they're changing their state. They're changing their state to feel a certain way. And from that higher state of consciousness that comes from feeling higher, they make decisions from that frequency. Do you understand? They take actions from that frequency. Cacao, great one. Amazing. Another go-to for me. Perfect for state changing in a positive way. Coffee and cacao together, boom. There we go. All right. So I'm going to give you some recipes in the school because this is the final wrap-up call. I'm going to give you as much value as I can. So stick to this. So do you see what I'm getting here now? Like, another thing that biohackers, these alpha personalities who achieve a lot, do, not necessarily this is the right thing for you to do. What I'm saying is they're obsessed with changing their state, feeling a certain way, raising their vibration. Tony Robbins, all about this, obsessed with it. Morning routines, morning workouts. Okay, so there's all these different ways to change your state through upgrading your body and the way you feel, physically, so that you have a better decision-making ability, right? But the breath has something to do with this too. And we talked about this in earlier weeks, is that every function of your body is rhythmic. We're biorhythms, okay? And when those rhythms go off balance because of stress, it messes up how you feel, your mood, everything. Okay, we also have mitochondria. Mitochondria are the energy centers that produce ATP, life force energy. So everything is connected to your mitochondria. All of your mood, your well-being, everything is connected to your mitochondria. But that's where you produce energy. And how do you produce energy? Breathing. So breathing can actually bring harmony and balance to the biorhythms, as well as upgrade your mitochondria and make them stay efficient, and so that they don't age as fast. Your aging is linked to the aging of your mitochondria. Okay? So when you get into alignment by actually being positive about something that you're going to look forward to doing, okay? And that's what we're going to move on to next, spirit. Then you're more motivated to take action, to do things that make your body feel healthy. A lot of people check out of taking care of themselves because they lose their love for themselves, right? And that often happens from being out of alignment, okay? And then someone might throw them into something. Like I was thrown into a Tony Robbins event by a friend who cared for me and I was mad depressed. Boom, course realignment. Boom, I changed the course of my life from that point, right? So there's always an opportunity, if you go off alignment, for course correction to happen. And when the body speaks to us first with somatic feelings. You've probably heard that term, psychosomatic. So when you start to get symptoms like tension, nervousness in your body, right? You feel it, this tight chest feeling. Or if you've got this gut ache, right? That doesn't seem to go away. It's probably you're off alignment. Okay? The easiest way to tell if you're off alignment is if you got those symptoms, like a tight chest, chronic pain in certain areas of your body, constantly getting colds and flus. Insomnia is also to do with your physical body. Fatigue, if you're feeling fatigued. These are all symptoms of alignment. If you need to go to the pharmacy to get some pills, or if you have to go to see a doctor who's already got too late, it means you ignored what your body was telling you for too long. And now you have to resort to taking something. So your body is very important. Okay, and we're going to talk about how we can listen to our body to make the right decisions. Okay, and really understand what symptoms are telling us. And then lastly, spirit. So let's recap. Mind is how you think. It's all your thoughts, right? Body is biorhythms, energy, mitochondria, life force, chi, prana. And that's influenced by what you consume. So you are what you think and you are what you consume. Okay? Now, here's the problem with life. Okay? We're born without any manual for understanding what we truly want. Okay? Who here woke up or came out and from like a toddler's age knew exactly what they wanted in their life? Who here already knew that? Like from the moment they were born? Anyone? No. Like, I don't think so. I don't think anyone knows. Okay, and then we get to like GCSE level. In the UK, we have GCSEs, and then we're told to choose subjects that we want to learn because that's to prepare us for the career that we're supposed to do in a few years' time at university. Prepare for university. But who knows when you're 15 what you want to do at university? Now, this is the ultimate question, okay? Because spirit, I want to redefine spirit for you in the mind, body, spirit. Spirit is dharma. It's what you do every day, most of the time. So if most of your day, like 8 hours, 9, 10 hours a day, is spent doing something you hate, are you in alignment or out of alignment? You're out, right? You're out. Doesn't matter what what anyone tells you. You're out of alignment. But we can reframe it. Okay, we can reframe it, right? That it's temporary. You should never make what you do, if you hate it, permanent. Because what will happen is you'll get dis-ease because you're out of alignment. And that's what happened to me. Okay? And then I got sick, but then course correction happens. So what some people do is they wait till the body tells them that you're totally out of alignment, I'm checking out, boom, give you a disease. Then they use the disease to course correct. A lot of people do this, okay? A lot of actual success stories in the world, of if you listen to author stories, their course correction came from being sick at one point, right? Especially in the wellness space. It's full of it, right? My story isn't that unique in that respect. And Tony Robbins even talks about it when he was out of alignment in the past, he gained loads of weight. Actually, he had a tumor at one point, right? So is his body telling him he was out of alignment. So So we don't need to wait till it's too late if we learn to listen to our body, okay? But what we do every day, for most of the day, how we spend most of the day is your spiritual life. That is your true spiritual life. That's your dharma. That's what you've chosen to be your life path, your purpose. And if it really doesn't align with you, you'll feel it. These are the symptoms. You can't get out of bed in the morning. You don't want to get out of bed. You hit the snooze button over and over again, okay? And you're late for work. And then when you get to work, you can't wait to check out. Okay? Who agrees with me here? Yeah? Probably everyone, right? I hope. So I was there. I've been there. So the only way to true divine flow alignment, okay, is to get very clear about what you want to spend your time doing every day. Okay? And here's the thing, you don't have to be doing it yet to get into alignment. You just need to know, have a vision for what that is. And this doesn't happen at every stage of a person's life. Okay, so let me give you a bit of Indian wisdom. We have 4 stages, like in a human's life, according to yoga. The first stage is that of the student. Okay, you're trying to figure out who you are at the student. You're learning as much as you can to figure out. The next stage is when you are now a provider. Okay, that's when you become like a young adult and you probably have kids and you have to provide. Okay, that's the time when you need to get into to have an amazing life, is to figure out the alignment part, right? As a student is preparing you for that. Okay, so as a young student, most people aren't going to know yet, but by the time you're a provider, that's the time when you really need to be thinking about it deep, right? And then the third phase is as the teacher. You're now you've created, so let's say hopefully you've created some money, some wealth, you're now giving back, so you're teaching your wisdom. And the final phase is the preparing for death. Okay? So a lot of people, what they do is they try and figure out who they are, either too late, or, but it's never too late actually, or they don't do it at all, or they try and be gurus when they're too young. Okay? They try and figure it all out and think they know it all when they're not even, they haven't studied enough yet. Okay? Now, it's never too late to get into alignment, but you need to try and have these 3 ticked to have a fulfilling life, in my opinion. You need to become, if you feel you're out of alignment, you need to become a student again to figure out what you need to do to get into alignment. Does it make sense? You've got to become a student again. That will help you to figure out what you want. And then when you get this vision clear of what it is you really want to do, and you're feeling, your whole body will light up. You'll have a full body yes, right? You'll just have this eureka feeling, an aha moment, like, whoa, that's it. This is my passion. This is what I want. And it may not be the same all the time. It might change. But at least for a foreseeable future, and I say 5 years, give yourself a purpose for 5 years. If you were to do this, achieve this in 5 years, right, it would bring you into full body alignment. So when I got really sick, and my Swami told, I was a student, I had to become a student again. I had to go back. So I was 32 years old. I should have been a provider by now, but I had to go back and become a student. So as a student, my idea was, now I have to figure out who I really am. That's the student phase. Who am I really? Okay. And that's when I discovered that actually I don't want to be a rave DJ. I don't, not like conventional raves. I want to make music that has meaning and purpose. And I think the breath is what I should go down deep on. And I should help people as a pharmacist with the real medicine, not some bullshit medicine of a bad, corrupt pharmaceutical industry. So this is what I figured out. And when I figured out, the way I figured out was by healing myself of the disease, proving to myself that this works. And then when I did that, boom, alignment. I was like, I know what I want now. And now I set that as my mission. Okay? And guess what? It's all unfolded in the most miraculous, incredible way beyond comprehension. Right? It's phenomenal, the flow I've got into. But what people don't have often the guts to do is to commit to it. And all of this works when you commit fully. Okay? If you don't, you get disease. That's the inevitable end point. If you commit and you trust, right, the spirit awakens inside you. The spiritual force, the higher states of consciousness are accessible. You get incredible inspiration. Inspiration means to breathe in. But you breathe in such a heightened state of consciousness that the wisdom downloads, right, from somewhere higher than you. You tap into extraordinary states of consciousness. And that can happen without doing any breathing techniques or anything. You just operate at a higher level when you're in full body alignment, right? Mind-body alignment. And here's the thing. The cool thing is that if you're struggling to figure out what it is that you really want to do, like to get that clear vision, right? That clarity comes from turning on the spiritual app, right? Because I want to look at them as apps. We have a mind app, we have a body app, we have a spirit app. And you can turn them on if you know how. And the cheat code for turning on the spirit app is breathwork. With breathwork, we can change our state and get to such elevated states of consciousness that clarity downloads, okay, in that moment. Now, it may not last because we're not yet in full alignment, but we can get into these altered states which allow us to see our life with a whole new lens, change perception of the past and everything, okay? And then, as we've shown in the Cambridge University studies, I mean, talk about this for alignment, right? My mum always said, you better study hard, you become pharmacist, and then you get Cambridge University. And okay, I became a pharmacist, but there was no hope in hell I was going to go to Cambridge University. But Cambridge University, this is the level of alignment I got into. Cambridge University came and studied me, right? Because I was so in alignment with this end goal, with so much conviction. I ended up creating something so profound, and that came through me. I didn't consciously do anything. That channeled through me. This is what happens when you get into these heightened states. You get channeled, right, by higher states. It's crazy. This is the divine flow. It's like the spirits above there, if you believe in this, choose you because you're like, this person is really in alignment. Let's send him higher states of ideas from the higher states, and boom, magic happens, okay? And Cambridge came and studied me, and they proved that we can tap into these higher states of consciousness through the breath alone. So what I'm saying here is that you can use breath work wherever you are right now to not just fix your mind, to get your mind clear, to have peace of mind, but you can upgrade your body, your hardware, another technique for that. But then you can also use techniques for higher states of consciousness that will give you the motivation to realign mind and body. You understand? And give you clarity about the future. Because the desire to fix your mind and body and get them into alignment, as in do what it takes to slow your breathing rate down, create peace from within, higher states from within, it requires you to change your lifestyle, your habits. You need to do exercise every day. You need to to do all of these things we know that are good for us, that we don't do, you need to have something you look forward to doing. You've got to get into alignment with your dharma, your purpose. Boom. It's the only way you're going to do it. Because I've tried to teach a lot of people in my past as a coach, simple things, the breathing techniques to do every day or diet plans to follow, and they don't do it. The reason why is because they don't care enough about their life. Because they don't have anything to look forward to in the next few years. They don't have a plan, a life path. So that's what it starts with. So we can use the breath to get really inspired, deeply inspired, to download some ideas that give us a vision. You can literally have a conversation with God that downloads a vision that then you look forward to. What will happen then is you'll start to look at opportunities more. You change the filters of how you see the world, and the plan and strategies for getting that vision start coming to you. And then you start doing instinctively what you want, right? What you need to do to fix your mind and your body, to get into full alignment, to give you the energy and the drive, the motivation to get what you want, right? All of this will come, okay? But we got to get into access these higher states, okay? For some people, because you have to change your state, you have to shake up the system, you have to change the repetitive patterns and loops in your mind to be able to think from a higher place. You have to change your state. And breathwork is still what I found. Some people do it through substances, drugs, cannabis, psilocybin. A lot of people go to ayahuasca retreats to do it, right? But I find the breath is more in your control, and you can do it, when you want. You don't have to book a trip to Brazil to go and do it, right? So you'll see, if you look at a lot of people's stories, their life got into alignment after they went to, a lot of people went to ayahuasca ceremonies or psychedelic retreats, or something happened that shook them up, woke them up. This is what I call an awakening. And breath work I found is the best for turning on to awaken to these higher states. So is this making sense? Right? Because what we're going to do now is the actual practice. We're going to go into these heightened states altogether. I hope this is making sense, right? So let's just do a quick recap. If you go through the last 4 weeks, okay, you'll see I've covered everything you need to do to bring peace to your mind, okay? Also, what you need to do to create peace to your physical body, right? So the operative word is peace, peace of mind. And the third, this is what we're talking about today, is what do we need to do in our life? What should we be doing most of the day, every day, to create peace to our mind? So what's your vision of the future that if you were to achieve this, it would bring you peace of mind? Okay? You don't need to have all the answers right now, but some of it. So that every day you start to do a little bit towards it. Because all you need to do then is to reframe whatever you're doing now. Let's say you're spending 8 hours a day doing something you hate. Okay, here's how to reframe it. What you can say to yourself is, this is giving me cash flow to invest into my bigger future. Okay, if you're somebody who wants to build a business, for example, or has to do something, right, that requires some money, or investors, or whatever. Okay, let's say you're in a later stage of your life. Maybe, you're bored now. Okay, maybe it's like you've done it all, and now what? What more is there to it, right? Maybe now, through the breath work, you can get into some inspiration, and maybe you can create a new career by training, becoming a student again, learning some new skills, right? So, you know what I'm saying is what breathwork can help you do is actually get into these heightened states, to download visions of new ideas where you can become a student again, that then makes you really excited. And trust me, when you become a student again, it's like you've been reborn. It's like you become a teenager again. Right? I'm telling you, like something happens inside you. When you decide, if you commit, I'm going to be a student, I'm going to learn something new, right? Something shifts. It doesn't matter what age you're at. Something shifts inside you and you start to become younger. You'll feel younger. Seriously, you'll feel younger. My mum, she's like 76 and she's really kind of lost her kind of passion for life a little bit, all right? In a way. And so I wanted to really help spark it up. And when I started to teach her new things or get her to watch like, a documentary that was inspiring, interest, boom, she would light up. She would light up. It was like she was a kid again, curious again. So you know what I'm saying? If you think of those 3 stages, think of what stage you're at, become a student, right? And you'll reverse your age. Actually, they've looked at people who live the longest time. They're always learning new stuff, keeping their mind active by learning new things. Okay, so it's never too late to be a student. Okay, and it's never too late to get yourself into alignment. Right, that's what I really believe. Okay, so we've covered mind, body. This week, spirit. Okay, and I want you to now think about this just before we start the breath session. Like, and you don't have to have these answers right now, but do a 5-year plan for your life. In the next 5 years, I want you to think of the end goal. In 5 years, for your life, what are you doing every day, most of your day? Right, I want you to dream up your average peaceful day. So a day that's going to give you peace of mind. Right? So I want you to think of that. Just now, I'm going to play some music and I'm just going to guide you through a series of questions that will help you to just think a little bit about these things, because you probably don't spend enough time right now thinking about these things. All right? So just bear with me. Okay. So just get a piece of paper or notes or something. All right? Oops. What happened? Okay. Share my sound. I hope this is being useful right now. I've been rambling a bit, but, I'm just very passionate about this subject because I really believe you're all here for a reason, because you're either at a point of course correcting, right? Or you just need that little bit of a nudge of motivation that it's possible for you to have an extraordinary life at whatever age you're at. Amazing. And you'll notice I don't just teach the kind of, textbook stuff. We go a little bit deeper. But at the same time, simple. I like to say simple and pragmatic and actionable. There's no crystal wands and fairies and pixies yet. You're about to witness that when we do the breath session, right? No, I'm not like somebody who judges anyone for their beliefs, because I believe that the world is a simulation and you can play any game you want. It's just how you perceive it, right? So if you want to believe in crystal healing and energy magic and sorcery and witchcraft, that it will be the reality tunnel that will happen, and you'll have enough events in the experience of your life that will prove to you that this is real. Now, you may have a completely rational worldview and not believe in energy and crystals and wands and guardian angels and stuff. You may not be the kind of person who even comes on this call if you are very much not believing in the spiritual world. But you will then create enough proof in your life that backs and supports that up, unless you have a course correction that happens, which makes you believe in something spiritual, a force higher than yourself exists. Like, I was the very rational, rigid person who didn't believe in anything out there, right? Until I got sick. And then my life has just been non-stop proof points that there's something beyond us, there's something higher than us, there's a higher state of intelligence that we can access. And it's been helping, guiding me in a weird way. And I like to have this belief system because it gives me a lot of like trust that everything's going to be okay, and I'm being guided, right? And I think that, you know, it helps to have every very, very successful person I've met, every very, very, very happy person. There's a lot of successful people who are not happy, but happy and successful people, they tend to believe that there's some divine force guiding them. All right? It's like, it's just very common in that world of the people I know. So this can be woken up. If you don't have that faith, if you don't have that trust, if you think it's all nonsense, it can be woken up. But also you can just think of it like this, that if there's no God, there's no spirit, maybe there's a simulation. Okay, so a lot of the more rational kind of people try to equate the world to a simulation. Okay, and then there's a game and we have a set of rules. Okay, that if we play this game correctly and figure out the rules, we can have a great experience of life and some control over it. So if you think the world is more like a simulation, then it's like, what character do you want to play? What's the role? And what's the identity of that person? What do they do every single day for most of the day, right? How's their day play out? And let's say this character embodies that state of peace, right? What would you see? What would you feel? How would that look, touch, taste to you, right? So you can also look at things from a simulation perspective, okay? Amazing. I'm loving all the great feedback we're getting here. Great. What? I am where your mum is, and your SOMA breath is a practice I've begun quietly, one day at a time, sometimes consistently. Not perfectly, however, I notice I have better thoughts the days I believe. Okay, got it. I get what you mean. You're like, where my mum is. Okay, great. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with a few questions. So first, imagine just closing your eyes. Really go deep within. Alright? By just bringing your awareness to your breath. Just breathing in and out. And I'm going to teach you a technique to just instantly meditate. Okay? So as you are bringing your awareness to your breath, notice the turn from your inhale to your exhale, and then your exhale to your inhale. Just notice that turn. Bring your awareness to the turn. Okay? So don't control your breathing, just observe the breathing and notice the turn. And in this state, you can also become aware of your breathing pattern as an observer of your own breath. This will teach you a little bit about your state of mind. When you get really good at this, you can tell if your mind is busy with bad thoughts, excited thoughts, or peaceful thoughts. Okay? Now, what you're doing right now as you're observing the turn is you're actually meditating. This is meditation. You've just taken the awareness from the voice in your head, the monkey mind, the worries, to something other than that, which is your breath. This is the most ancient form of meditation, the first form of meditation. So you're already probably feeling more relaxed right now. Okay, more calm. Just switching off awareness to that. Yeah? So notice how that makes you feel, just becoming more aware. And I see some of you typing, looking away, watching, speaking to probably somebody on Facebook. Just bring your awareness, your present right now to this moment, because trust me, this could be your breakthrough. This could be it. Okay? So you'll notice you're now meditating, and if you thought it was really hard to meditate, you may be like surprised that actually you're meditating for the first time, which is awesome. It's the easiest, most simple form of meditation. I'm going to give you one more trick now that you can do. Bring your awareness now to the music. The sound. This is the second oldest form of meditation. Bring your awareness to a sound. So you know the Tibetan bells? What I want you to do is just listen to the sound. I'm going to strike it one more time. And just tune into the sound. And listen to the sound all the way till it fades out. Bring your awareness to that sound. Second oldest form of meditation. The sound. So what I've just done there is brought you out of your ordinary state of consciousness to a higher state of consciousness. So now what I'm going to invite you to do from this higher state of consciousness is bring your awareness to a move in your mind's eye. And on this movie, you can project a vision in 5 years of your average peaceful day, where you are living and breathing your life path, what really lights you up. That thing that you would be doing most of the day, if you were to do it every day, would make you go, I love my life every single day. See what you'd see, feel what you'd feel, hear what you'd hear if your day was spent doing exactly what you're aligned to do. And just make it up. It's a limitless world of your own creation. So you can think of absolutely anything. If money was no object, time was no object, it was limitless. It's a limitless world of your own creation. It says go and dream big, think big, be big with your vision. So imagine waking up in this average peaceful day. Have a look around. Which location in the world have you woken up in? Are you living in alignment where you're living right now? Maybe you're more in alignment in another climate. Like, this is something you can find out as well. We teach you this. Our transformation coaches are experts at figuring out the right location for who you truly are at an energetic level. Because I used to live in the UK, and that climate, the cold damp, is very bad for me. It messes me up. So I need to live in southern Europe or tropical countries, as I am now. My body course corrected me to being here. So I'm blessed to be in Ibiza where it's just sun shines all the time. So where would you wake up? What's your average peaceful location in the world? And then you are what you consume, okay? So what would you have for breakfast? What would be your average peaceful breakfast? And who would you have it with? What would you do as your morning routine, your practice? Start to let the day play out now. Start to see the results of the results. All the things you would do if you're living your most aligned, perfect, peaceful life. What would you spend most of your day doing? Would it just be lying on a beach, sunbathing? Probably not. You'll get bored. Most people do. I did that for about a week when I moved to Thailand and got bored of it. When I finally achieved the 4-minute work week, where I only needed to work 4 minutes a week, I lived the dream of a laptop lifestyle, millionaire, whatever you call it. I wasn't a millionaire yet, but I lived that lifestyle. But it bored the hell out of me. So I needed something else. So I needed a purpose. I needed something to do that lit me up every day. I wanted to give back. I wanted to contribute to society. I wanted to make this world a better place. I wanted to leave this planet better than when I arrived here, right? I wanted to leave the planet in a better state. And that's what created me alignment. That's what made me alignment. So see what you'd see, feel what you'd feel if you're doing your purpose, your mission, the thing that lights you up. See yourself doing it right now in this movie of your mind. And then think about who you're doing this for. Who are you serving right now? Who are the people you want to serve? How do you serve them? Think of your friends, your family, the people you surround yourself with, your community, your tribe. Just play around in this movie of your mind, and just for like the next 20-30 seconds just playing around with this movie. Make it bigger, brighter, lighter, brighter, more alive. And as you do so, notice as you step into this movie, you start to feel a certain way. Your body changes. So we're moving from spirit now to body. Your soma. Soma means body in Greek. Where you start to feel these feelings, these sensations in your body coming up right now. These good feelings, good vibrations. Notice where you feel them right now in your body. And take a finger or a hand and point exactly to where you feel it or touch it. Become familiar with your own somatic intelligence, the intelligence of your emotions. Touch it right now. And notice straight away there's a color associated with that feeling. What is that color? See it right now, like a channel coming through you, into you, around you. Notice that color. Become aware of that color. And then when you've got it, only you know when you've got it, when you've got that color and you're feeling that feeling, I want you to really become familiar with what that feels like. That's the feeling of alignment. That's it. I want you to now breathe all that alignment in, as though you're breathing into every cell of your brain. Take a deep breath in. Send the energy up, send it up. And contract up the sphincter muscles, the pelvic floor, contract it up, hold it up. And release with a hum. Hum. So now, slowly coming back around. I know most of you probably don't want to change the way you're feeling right now, and you don't need to. We're just going to turn it up. We're going to make it even bigger and brighter and more vivid when we move into the next phase. So now, just so that we don't forget, I want you to, after set 3, coming back into your body. 2, bringing your awareness, open your eyes, stretching a little bit. Yeah. And 1, becoming fully alert and back again. Now's the time, right now, in this heightened state, write down the vision that came to you. In the next 2-3 minutes, write it all down. Get super clear. Write it down. Put a 5-year timeline. And then at the end of these 5 years, write down all these things, okay? We want to mark this in stone. This is your time capsule you're creating right now for the future that's going to manifest in 5 years. So this is a huge manifesting ritual experiment we're doing together right now, okay? But this is the science of magnetic attraction that we're teaching you. That's what SOMA stands for, right? And this is going to help you to build resilience to stress, because trust me, when this is it, this is the secret. If you get this clear in your mind, you will do naturally what it takes to reach this result. You'll become resilient to stress by default when you get into the spiritual alignment. Trust me, it happens. So this is the secret, okay? So write it all down now. Go deep. And as we do so, just going to play a little bit more music. Okay. So the next 3 minutes, we're going to write it down. Okay. Now what I want you to do, once you've done that, is write down the color or describe the color. Describe the color that you just saw. This is your manifesting frequency. And you're going to use that color during your breath sessions from now on. And for the rest of this experience that we're about to do. That's your color. Yeah, if you want to write it down, you can write it down as well. If you saw a color. If you don't see colors, don't worry. Just remember the feeling, what it feels like. So if you want to actually write it down, that's a cool idea too. You can write down that color. It can change. Yeah, it can change, it can morph. The color, this is science as well. The color is just your symbol that your mind has given for the feeling. That's it. That's all it is. So it's energy. So your feeling is an emotional state. Emotion is energy, emotion. So energetically, there's a color that represents that. That's the color you saw. So you can actually use that color in a visualization, because your imagination has the same effect as real life, okay? Just through your imagination, you can imagine being charged up with that color, and it will amplify that state, automatically bringing you into higher states of consciousness. You see how this works? And then you can use that at any moment. Even if you just sit there and just tune in to that color, you'll change your state. You'll feel different. So if you're having a bad day, if stress throws you off, tune into that color. Do a SOMA Breath session with that color. But now we're going to get into some extraordinary states together. Okay. We good? Good stuff. Okay. So what we're about to do is get into some higher states of consciousness. All right? The grand finale. So, beautiful. I love it. You've written some colors down. Fantastic. Okay. So everybody's got clear on a bit of a vision. It doesn't have to be the absolute vision, but some kind of clarity. Yes? And written down a color. Right? And this is a piece of paper or a file on your computer that you must not ever lose. You want to seal it. You want to put it as a time capsule. Because in 5 years, we'll still be around, don't worry. We're going to do a big reveal, and we're going to see how many of you have reached that or have surpassed it even. Right? Because for me, I went way beyond my own imagination. Like the stuff that happened to my life could not make it up. It was too crazy. In a good way. All right? So, beautiful. You can burn the paper. I'll tell you why we do this ritual as well. Somebody said, but I was thinking of burning it. We do this ritual as well because actually one of the keys to making manifesting work is to forget you did it, okay? And have no expectation to the outcome. So you need to forget you did this. That's a golden rule. Forget you do it. Ceremoniously, you can burn it. Fine. But I want you to just put it away and forget about it. Hide it somewhere in your house and forget about it. And then in 5 years, hopefully you'll remember where you put it. And then you can look at it. But I don't want you to have any attachment to the outcome. Expectation creates contraction, and you'll stop doing what you need to do to achieve the result. Okay? So expectation creates contraction, right? It makes you go, oh, why is it not working? All right? Expectation creates distraction because you stop trusting You start flowing into other areas because you don't believe it's going to happen because it hasn't happened yet, right? You never know when it's going to happen. You never know. It might happen sooner than you think or a little bit later or not at all. It might be something even better, right? So don't expect. It creates distraction. It creates procrastination. It creates, the resistance to take action. So don't do that, right? Forget expectation. So put it out there somewhere in your room, hide it for the next 5 years. Okay? But you have it in your mind and just trust it's going to happen at some point, right? Sooner or later. Okay. So now we're going to celebrate. The rest of what we're about to do is a celebration. Okay? So in SOMA Breath, the way we celebrate together is through moving our bodies. So we need to get back into the body. We need to get into the body to be able to get into the really heightened states of consciousness that we want to make this vision even clearer. Because I'm going to ask you what we just did. I'm going to ask you to do it again after this because things might change. You might get new ideas, more inspiration might come because we've just done first phase. There's a higher state we're going to get into now. All right. So what I invite everybody to do is to find a comfortable place by standing up on your feet. Okay. And let's move and shake a little bit and get the body active. All right. Okay. So I'm going to actually DJ a bit. Now imagine I do this, what we're about to do, with more music, a whole band, with Orlando, our, chief happiness officer on the sax, with my singer, Nicole Rochelle, also SOMA Breath instructor, my whole crew. We headline Mind Valley University with a long version of what we do, like a proper breath rave, I call it. So we're going to do a bit of a breath rave, okay? So it begins like this. Standing up on your feet and tuning in to the beat. Let's go. All right. Start shaking a little bit if you want, release any tension. But today I just want you to really loosen up a bit, but just find your flow with the music. I just want you to feel the groove and just have some fun, alright? What I want you to imagine you're doing is every time you're breathing with the groove and the music, you're breathing that color into every cell of your being. Breathe it out, shake it out. Breathe in. Shadow. Shake it all about. So we breathe in. We breathe out. And shake it all about. Yeah. Breathe in. Go. Woo! Yeah.
does anyone really care? Down with all the same, trying to hide our pain. You think you could ever just another, cause they're all like each other. We have to live in this world together. Open up our hearts, love can finally start. Come on and try.
Cause we're free.
You're free.
Woo.
To do what you want to do.
Yes, you are.
You got to live your life. Do what you want to do. 'Cause you're free.
Woo.
To do what you want to do. You got to live your life. Do what you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Spider-Man and freezing full effect.
You ready, Ron?
I'm ready.
You ready, Biv?
I'm ready, Slick. Are you?
Oh yeah, break it down.
Yeah. So get funky. Woo.
Yo, Slick, flow.
Yeah. All right, do some Michael Jackson. Last few beats. Yeah. Woo! So much fun. So much fun. Okay, so coming back. Taking all that positive energy with you, that life force. Let's get ready to go deep. That's right. We're going to do something crazy. We're going to go deep within your own mind into higher states of consciousness. So I want you to find a comfortable space. You're going to lie down or sit upright, up to you. But make sure you're safe. And absolutely get rid of any distraction. Catch your breath. Watch your breath for a moment as we prepare.
As your
We're gonna go
event
deep.
producer, I would love to ask, how long should we be planning for this breath journey so that we can make sure everybody has adequate time?
At least 20 minutes.
Perfect, everyone. So you another 20 minutes. We might be going over the 2 hours a little bit, so make sure you have nothing else because this will be quite a mind-blowing experience.
Yeah. We're going to do what we can in 20 minutes. Unless everyone's good to go a little bit longer. Who's good to go a little bit deeper? Who's got time? We've still got 220, 30 more people are joining. Okay. We'll go a little bit longer, right? We're going to go as deep as we can. So I want you to have a really powerful experience. Okay, so bring your awareness back into the breath. Just becoming aware of the fact that all the instructions are going to be guided in the session. So don't worry too much about the technique. Okay, you can be breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth on the rhythmic breathing. You're going to be holding your breath when instructed, and you're going to be pausing when instructed, okay? Or breathing in or out at a certain time and length of time. You're going to also bear in mind, if you are somebody who has epilepsy, has serious kind of issues with their heart, like serious heart problems, may have just had a heart attack, avoid doing the intense breath work, okay? And if you are pregnant, do this at your own, pace. But if you got a pair of lungs and a beating heart, and you can breathe, you're going to be able to experience this. Okay. So, just bringing awareness to the sound. And the sound of my voice should be a guide on this journey. That's right. Coming one with that sound. Just allow your mind that worries about the future, gets hung up in the past, just to gently fade away and just become more and more present with the sound right now. That's right. That's right. It's becoming one with the sound. Now, I invite you to just follow along the guided instructions as we move into the breathwork phase. Remembering you're going to be breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, and then holding when instructed. And just follow along, and you can be guided by the instructions already embedded in the music. Let's begin.
Let's begin by sitting comfortably in an upright position, or lying down on your back in a place where you won't be disturbed. Now, close your eyes and become fully present with the sound, as though the sound is all that exists in this special now moment. That's right. And let the sound of my voice guide you on a journey into experiencing transcendence and oneness with the universe through this deep, rhythmic breath meditation. And now bring your awareness to your breath. As you breathe in and out, that's right. And on your next inhale, take a deep breath in, pulling up the pelvic floor muscles, the sphincter muscles, and squeeze and contract every muscle in your body tightly at the top of your inhale. And then just let go. Yes. The sound of good feelings. And then again, taking that deep inhale all the way in, sending the energy up and up and up, contracting up the pelvic floor sphincter muscles and contracting every muscle in your body and your face tightly. Squeeze and let go. That's right. And now just become the observer of your breath. As you breathe in and out, noticing that slow, gentle rhythm of your breath, without judgment or control. And noticing every turn as your inhale becomes an exhale and your exhale becomes an inhale. Become the observer of that turn. And then imagine there is a light that runs up from the base of your spine up to the top of your head with every rhythmic breath. Notice as you start to consciously control your breath, you can make your breath connected with no pause between your inhale and exhale, creating like a wave, a vibration with your breath. where you have the conscious control to turn up the intensity, the pace of the rhythm. So let's get ready to breathe in the rhythm and go on a journey into the cosmos, the universe, and the energy from which you came. So begin rhythmic breathing. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Now start rhythmic breathing, finding your own groove and rhythm. Breathing in and letting go with no force, allowing your exhale to just relax, creating a conscious connected breath with no pause between inhale or exhale. Start slowly and then gradually build up the intensity until your breath takes a life of its own.
So just breathing in, breathing out, continuous rhythm, finding your own groove. So you can start slow, circular, connected with no pause between
As
inhale
you
and
breathe
exhale.
in the rhythm, imagine your awareness expanding outward from your body, filling the room, the city, the planet, and finally the entire universe. Visualize yourself dissolving into the cosmos, becoming one with the stars, planets, and all of creation. And allow the sense of separation between you and the universe to fade away. That's right. You can even pick up the speed if you want, slowly. That's right, breathing continuous connected, connecting to spirit. That's right. Faster. Going higher and higher and higher into the other. The stars, the galaxy, the cosmos and beyond. Becoming one with the universe and all things, here and now, in this now moment. That's right.
That's right, keep breathing, keep connecting. That's right, deeper, deeper. That's right. Keep going. Faster. Faster. Deeper. That's right. That's right, going deeper and deeper within. If you need to go slower, it's okay. Go at your own pace. You may want to go deeper and deeper within. That's right, you're doing great. We're almost there. We're almost there. Keep going. Deeper. And I start to feel these tingly sensations in the body, the electricity moving through as you connect to that higher state of consciousness. That's right. Yeah, letting go of the sound on the exhale. That's right. That's right, deeper and deeper within your own mind. Keep going. Yes, yes. That's right. That's right. Yes. Deeper. Faster. Stronger. Connecting right now, here and now, in this moment. Become one. Yes. Going deeper. Deeper into the other. Beyond. Yes, yes, keep going. We're almost there. Step into the light and let go. Now, take a deep, full inhale, and as you do, contract up the pelvic floor, the sphincter muscles, sending this energy up from the base of your spine, up and up and up, into the midbrain, illuminating you to this higher power. And that's right. And hold your breath, and as you do, relax the diaphragm. Visualize yourself dissolving into the cosmos, becoming one with the stars, planets, and all of creation. Allow the sense of separation between you and the universe to fade away. I am one with the universe. There is no separation between me and the cosmos. As you go beyond the ego, accessing a deep sense of cosmic awareness, purpose, and non-dual consciousness, connected to each and everything, all that is, here, now, and for eternity and beyond. That's right. And then, when you cannot hold your breath any longer, let go with the sound of good feelings. That's right. Then allow your breath to be as it needs to be.
becoming one with all that is, here and now, in this special now moment. That's right. Visualize yourself as part of the vast web of life, where every thought, action, and intention ripples through the universe. That's right. Then ask, why is that? And how does that make you feel? To be living and breathing that right now.
And repeat silently in your mind, I.
And then why is that important?
There is no separation between me and the cosmos.
And how does that make you feel?
I am
Keep repeating this process as you start to turn up the dial on those positive feelings, that positive energy that radiates from within you.
their purpose.
And as you repeat this affirmation, ask yourself the following questions. What is it going to do for you? And why is that important? And how will your life change if you embodied this as truth? See the result, and now when you start to feel those sensations in your body, those good vibrations, point to where you feel them right now. And notice there's a color or colors associated with this feeling. What is that color or colors? And as you breathe, imagine you're inhaling that color into every single cell of your being, through the base of your spine, from the root pulling up the pelvic floor, creating a circuit, an orbit of this light around you. With every breath you take in and out, that's right. Creating a bliss pump with every contraction of your sphincter up on every inhale and relaxing on every exhale.
In. Holding the breath in, contract up, hold, witness the lights. And see that color shine so bright. The sigh of good feelings. And then breathing in again. Send the energy up, contract up, squeeze. And then releasing with a hum. Again. Just allow your body to be still and relaxed. Now, in this high-end vibrational state, witness the life force moving through you. And just becoming one with the stillness. So, as we come to the end of this experience, bring your awareness back into the body, to the present moment, taking away with you now this life force that we just generated from a higher place. And in this heightened state, I want you to take away whatever ideas, visions that came to you in this moment. Take note of them. They come from a higher space, a higher place. And then, slowly in your own time, count of 2, bring your awareness back with your eyes open on count of 1 into the present moment, fully alert, fully ready. That's right. Beautiful. Yes, yes. So, what I want you to do is, in this moment, if you have any changes to your vision, any new ideas have come to you, take this moment now just to write them down, share them, you can even share them in this chat. Getting some great feedback. This was amazing, one of the best ever. Thank you, thank you. Want to do this again and again. How long are we going to have access to these 4 weeks? Wow, that was blissful and expansive. Thank you for the facilitation. So intense. Yes, that was a powerful one. When distracting thoughts came in, I saw little goblins running around the bottom of my thoughts, and I told them to get the F out. I took control over those directing the thoughts and told them they were not allowed. Great. Very powerful experience. Replays. We'll talk about replays in a moment. I felt it should have just carried on. Yes. Come to our retreats and you'll see what really goes on. We have our retreats coming up in Austria. It will change your life. It will be mind-blowing for you. We do these, but in much more longer, more profound way, with other expert facilitators holding the space with me. Amazing. Beautiful. Great feedback, everyone. Keep them coming. Beautiful. Wow. Such great feedback. What a grand finale, hey? What climax to a grand finale. The spiritual journey you offer, Niraj, with every breathwork session is incredible. Each experience expands my consciousness more deeply, opening new layers of awareness, connection, and inner growth every single time, especially bringing me peace and confidence. Wow. Boom. Gotta take a photo. Amazing. Super cool feedbacks. There is no finale. This is just the constant beginning. I love it. I'm ready to fly. Yeah. Will this meditation be available on the app? This was a special surprise for this event. But we, if we keep popping into our lives, you never know, I might do a session like this again. But we do more advanced sessions at our retreats. And on the app, you'll find some longer sessions like the higher power, which is very powerful like this. But only if you join as a member, of the app. This is why I'm becoming a breathwork facilitator. Boom, yeah. Feeling in the clouds, yeah. Actually, the names of that track, the music track, I called it Celestial Clouds. It feels like you're in the clouds. Where can I be a part of this? What are you referring to, Fabiola? Nice. Complete our body experience, dancing with my guides, turning into alignment, mind open, heart open, powerful session. Thank you. Love it.
Hello, Niraj. I'm from
Hello.
Mexico.
Hi.
I'm in Mexico right now, and I'm living here. But I'm meaning with my question about how I can be involved in this. How can I learn this? I understand that there are some course
Yeah.
for. So that is my question.
Okay, so we have a variety of courses. We have the app is the first place to go that we recommend. So if you download the SOMA Breath app, we also have replays for our members. If you join the membership, and we have many sessions like this and a whole learn section with all the information on how to learn this technique. But then we have the 21-day awakening journey, which is for the deep dive, 21 days done online with an instructor, and it's very powerful life transformation. That's the next step I recommend everybody does from this. If you want to go really deep and make a shift, if you thought this was good, that 3 weeks is life changing. And then after that, it's to become an instructor. So we have a facilitator training, instructor training, where you will change your life as an instructor. You'll align your life. So somebody says the app is mind-blowing. Love it. Yes, there we go. Please leave us a review. If you genuinely think it's mind-blowing, please leave us a review, because that really helps on the App Store for more people to get inspired to download it. Thank you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arlene. And thank you, Fabiola. Amazing. Any more questions? Any more feedback? Anything?
If you're looking to share some of your feedback, you can use the react button. When you click on it, there'll be a chance for you to raise your hand. And if you can raise your hand, I'll know who to unmute and give you a chance to speak. I will prioritize everyone who has their camera turned on.
Saw research yesterday, 2 videos that dance for 10 minutes is good for Alzheimer's. 100%. The best exercise for any degenerative brain disease is to move your body. That's it, hands down. It beats any drug, any medicine, any other treatment. Move your body, just walk even for 20 minutes a day. Baseline, right? Just get your body moving, walk up and down steps if you can. It's the best, right? So if you're not mobile, just move and shake your body while sitting on a chair. That's another way. Just get moving, the body moving. Because your lymphatic system doesn't have a pump like your bloodstream does. So your lymphatic system drains all the toxins in your body. The only way that can move is through movement. So you need movement exercise to clear all the junk out of your brain. So Alzheimer's is caused by too much collection of brain junk over the years. And you'll find Alzheimer's patients, there's a sedentary lifestyle goes hand in hand with degenerative brain diseases. If you don't move it, you lose it, right? So movement and dancing is the most fun exercise. That's why we start the day with dancing. Great. Nice. Okay, Prabha.
Hi,
Hello.
I'm from New Zealand. Thank you,
Wow.
Naik. It was very beautiful. I think I have done with one of your practitioners from America, but wasn't a same experience. Good experience, but this is just so aligned with my body, mind, and spirit, and it's just
Nice.
amazing. Thank you so much. I really
Thank you
appreciate.
so much for your feedback. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Thank you. And I will plan to attend one of the retreats sometime. I have to come out, or you have to come to New Zealand.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to New Zealand. One day I'll be
Oh,
there.
it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place for this kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Prabha, we
Beautiful.
had a team meeting and there was a mention of seeking out New Zealand as a place for training. And so we'll keep you posted on that. And we also want to
Great.
acknowledge you as you are the one who probably tuned in the latest, probably 4 a.m. in the morning now.
Yes. The first text came at 12 o'clock. I left my phone open. I couldn't sleep, but it's a full moon here. And it's like, oh my God, I can't sleep. But then I'm very committed to this. I love it. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
love
please
it.
come to New Zealand. I will support.
We'll be there. We'll be there. I
I'll
have to
let the
make it
team
one day.
know.
Just count me
Yeah.
in.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you,
I love
Naik.
it.
Thank you. You're doing a
Thank
wonderful job.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabha. All right. Francis, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really love this session. Thank you so much. I was curious whether because I would like to make this a more regular practice in my life. But also, would it be okay with you if I, like, when we get the replay of this session, if I share it with a friend online and we do it together, like over Zoom or something? Would that be acceptable, or
Of
I
course.
don't know?
So look, we want everybody to experience this, right? The more the merrier. Like, so please spread the word. Everybody here, spread the word and keep it to yourself. To keep all this knowledge to yourself would be selfish, right? To the world. So it's your duty now to share it and spread it everywhere. If you go into YouTube and you click on live, okay, there's a section called live. On there, there's just hours and hours of live recordings from myself, our instructors, and so on. You'll find all different types of sessions, from breath waves, ecstatic dance to, I mean, they're going to show you right now, for hours. Share this YouTube channel, right? Share it everywhere. Let the whole world know. Recordings. There's a thing called YouTube University. So that's the next step after this. What you guys are going to do, your 5-year timeline, this is your little play work, okay? Your home play, let's say. Home play, not work. Home play. Breath play, home play. You're going to go and take your 5-year timeline. You're going to take your vision of it. You're going to type it down into an AI tool like ChatGPT or Claude or anything you use. And you're going to say, this is my dream vision. I want you to become the operating system of my life. Give me a plan on how to create this vision. Give me resources, YouTube videos, content. Grok's really good for this. Any of these free tools like ChatGPT, they're easy to get hold of, right? Get one of them. Just ask it this. Just speak to it like it's God, right? And ask it to give you some ideas for a life plan, an operating system for your life. It will give you an entire strategy for achieving what you want. You don't have to stick to it. Obviously, fact check it, go for it. But ask it to give you links to YouTube channels, resources that could be useful. Then get stuck into YouTube University. Use the rest of your time now to study, become a student again. All of you need to go back to being students. Study what you're passionate about every day, 20 minutes, 30 minutes on something you're passionate about. While you're cooking, while you're eating, whatever. Okay, not while you're eating, but while you're cooking, while you're even driving, listen to podcasts, interviews. If you're stuck in traffic, that's great. Treasure traffic jams. I used to hate traffic, and then I used to love traffic because that was when I got to study. I was like, I got an hour I can consume information. So I started loving traffic jams. I was like, bring on another hour stuck in traffic, right? So get obsessed with using your time correctly, right? Then you will crush it. Trust me, you absolutely crush it in your life. Because there's this one saying, one little anecdote I'm going to give you. Okay? If you read one book, you're going to be the smartest person at that subject in your street. If you read 2 books, you'll be the smartest person in your postcode. If you go and do a degree at university, you're going to be the smartest person in your town, right? If you go and actually become a lecturer, teacher at the university, you're going to be the smartest person in maybe the city or the country even, right? If you write a book on it and go deep into it and do, actually something groundbreaking with it, research or whatever, you become the smartest person in the world, right? Now that's just a little example. The difference between you and absolute mastery is not that big, because most people are not even prepared to read the book about what they're passionate about, to even just become the smartest in their street. Majority of people, and this is why the world is the way it is. It's a pyramid system. The reason why the elite at the top exists is because they're the ones who read the books. They're the ones who study. They go deep. They actually keep information for them to study to themselves. But it's all out there now. The YouTube opened the game. The doorways to infinite knowledge and wisdom is there on YouTube. YouTube University. I would even go and dare to say the Messiah himself, the second coming, sorry to the Christians out there, is information on things like YouTube, internet, AI, all this stuff. It's changed it. Like, the powers that be don't have the same power anymore. We witnessed this over COVID situation. They tried. They did a very good job of prisoning us in cages, but it failed. The whole thing flopped. So it's because of the wake up that's happening because of information. We've never had that before. So you all have access to it now, but you never know. The doorway to that opportunity may start to close because they will try and control it. But you have time right now. So use all your time while you're in the car, while you're cooking food, whilst somebody has told you, let's go to the pub and have fun. You've decided, no, I'm going to stay in and study and become a student again, right? That's what you need to do. When you do that, everything changes. And you don't need to study that hard, trust me. It becomes fun. You won't actually get bored of it. You'll love it. It will energize you. And you'll want to keep doing it. And it'll become a habit. And then what will happen is that very quickly, in just 6 months, you'll become an expert in something. Even in 6 months, with the rate of information and knowledge and learning things like AI, in 6 months, you'll become an expert in that subject, which gives you enough power, right, to make a business around that, or a career, or coach, or trainer, or something where you're giving back. Because giving back just means giving back knowledge. If you look at it really deeply from a outside perspective, giving back, contributing, is just taking your wisdom and putting it into another form and giving it back. It could be money, it could be time, your energy, your knowledge, teaching. If at a certain age, maybe you get passion now to give back through education, giving back knowledge that you've learned or your wisdom to somebody else. There's probably loads of subjects you're passionate about, and just go deeper into one and start teaching it. There's so many platforms on the internet where you can start teaching online to people who need your help, right? The world's become very connected. So many different opportunities. Starts with going into ChatGPT, even Google. Gemini is free. So just ask Gemini on Google. Everybody has access to it. Write it in. Get a strategy for your life. Execute. And trust me, your life will change. Boom. There we go. Enough said. All right. So I think that brings us towards the end of the most epic 4 weeks. But that's not the end. We're back again next week. We have another theme for next week. Is it next week, Power Hour?
Well, I'm going to be revealing that as a little surprise, so do give me a chance.
Over to you.
But actually, it is probably a right time. So I have a few announcements I want to make, but the first thing I want to do is an acknowledgement of Niraj, the powerful session that was delivered, sending love, appreciation, gratitude. I know we're a little spotlighted, but you guys with your cameras, I'm going to make sure to remove the spotlight so we can see each and every one of you on camera, sending your love, appreciation, anything from what you've experienced. I do want to give a little shout out to Roots God because I remember having a conversation with you and you had quite the moves on the dancing. I know you're crushing it on your path of becoming an instructor as well. I saw a lot of instructors here. Thank you all for dancing. I had so much fun being able to spotlight each and every one of you doing your dancing as well and making sure that the breath session was beautiful. So, Niraj, a big thank you. Second thing is, well, you can spill the beans. We are bringing back something we haven't done in a long time, which is your power hour. And we have an entire theme next Thursday, which is going to be around gut health. And so, seeing the role that gut health has in your overall well-being. Niraj, I know you're going to go deeper. This is a subject that's quite close to heart given your history. And so if you want to continue on these journeys to keep learning, keep growing, well, you're always going to get a resource here with SOMA Breath as well as with Niraj as well. So
Yeah.
I'm going to spend some time telling everybody about the exciting stuff that's happening on our 21-day awakening, as well as that secret promotion for our instructors. Niraj, before I get into that, is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just a little thing on the format of Power Hour. It's going to be similar to what we did today. I say it's a Power Hour, but it always goes over. I just love to give value. So it may not be an hour. It might be an hour and a half or two. Who knows? But what it's going to be similar to this, but we'll go deep on topics, right? And the more questions you come prepared with, right, the more value you're going to get. So if you come to these with, it's a Q&A type experience as well, where you get to ask me questions and I will do my best to answer as many as possible. So send in questions, use our community, get engaged in our community on Facebook, right? Go on there, ask questions like, I want to, Niraj, or email support. Get engaged. We want our community to be buzzing. So get on the community, that's the best place. Start sharing, asking questions, and our mentors and myself will do our best to collect them all up so I can answer them on the Power Hour. And this week is going to be coming up on gut health, as Jason says. Yeah.
Fantastic. And so definitely don't worry. We'll be notifying you about when that comes up. For those having questions around the replays, when you get the SOMA Breath app, which I know the team will put together, give it a little shout out for Monica. We'll put a link to the app. If you don't have the app yet, you should have it. And when you go into the live events, you can always go see past events, see the replays. There's so many resources that are made available. Those who are premium members can get a whole history of events that have happened in the past, yours to be accessed as well. Now, with that, I do want to make a special mention and remind everyone, if you've enjoyed the experience you've had today and you'd like to go on a 21-day awakening journey, this is a starting point for people that have gone on completely transforming their lives, discovering more about all the tools, protocols that are part of our breathwork journeys, as well as our transformational coach. We have mentors that are guiding people towards life transforming 21 days. So imagine all the difference that happened from the session you had today, which happened within 2 hours and a half. Imagine if you've actually dedicated into a practice for 3 weeks, 21 days. It's truly remarkable. The stories we hear constantly from people's transformation on that is why Cambridge University went to study the protocol. And we have a few days left. If you haven't joined yet, because we know we have 100 of you that are planning to join in this massive group of people going together through it, you still have a few days and it's 60% off. We haven't made a sale this big since Black Friday. So if you've ever wondered when you could join the 21-day at the best possible price, right now is the case. And to get a bit more details on what it's going to be entailed, when you click the link, you're going to be walked through the entire platform about everything that is included. So definitely take some time, check out everything that's included, and make that decision. We still have 3 days left until this sale. So we've extended it just for the weekend to give you a chance. So definitely check that out. It's going to be one of the most powerful decisions you've made all year. And the last thing I want to highlight is, are there anybody here who were considering becoming instructors of SOMA Breath? You've seen a lot of them here. I've highlighted a lot of the dancing people. If you had an interest in becoming an instructor, you haven't joined an instructor, yes, just type in me in the chat And if that's the case, I'm going to give you a powerful action to take right now that we talked with the team and said, look, you've stayed, you've experienced this powerful breath work, you've been through our Be the Change together. So let's do something special for you. If you're considering becoming an instructor, this is something you've been wanting to, waiting for. We did an incredible promotion, which was at the beginning of April, was our 8-year anniversary to become a breathwork instructor. And we did something rare. We offered a 20% off. That coupon expires at midnight tonight for April. But if you fill in an application right now, you're going to go into a page. When the link is being shared by Monica, you're going to need to do something specific because we thought it wasn't fair for the people that are here that maybe are just hearing it for the first time or like, what? Did I just miss the biggest sale of the year? Oh, that's actually the Austria retreat. I need to go back into sharing more about the Breathwork Instructor Program. You'll see this link is being shared by Monica. And what you're going to do is get into a page where you'll be able to fill out your application. When you get there, it's going to ask you why you want to become an instructor. Pay close attention. This is where you're going to say, Jason said I'd get a deal. As long as you mention my name and something about a deal, I'm going to talk to the whole team right now and say, if you've received the application in the next hour, this is people that were on the call right now with us together that want to get this deal that we're not advertising. So just put into the notes, Jason told me I'd get a deal. Just anything Jason, anything deal, you'll be good to go, but you need to do it in the next hour. If you do that, you can schedule your call next week and you'll be fine. But as long as you book it in the next hour, you just fill the application, choose a time with one of our team, and they will do a vision and flow call with you. That's the first step because we want to make sure this is a match. And if you're going to be joining our instructor program, we want you to be successful as an instructor. And so I don't know who here as an instructor would love to do group classes. If you would be planning to host these beautiful group sessions as an instructor, bringing people together, if this is something that you're looking to put together, you're definitely going to want to look at our foundational and advanced instructor programs. And if you're somebody that would love to use the power of breathwork, not only to lead groups, but to also work with people one-on-one. If you've never experienced a one-on-one breathwork session, it's some of the most powerful things that happen when someone puts their intention, guides you personally towards going deeper and seeing the breakthrough that is on the other side. If individual classes is something you are considering, then the transformational coaching level is actually going to teach you so many techniques that you can deliver life-changing transformation for people, including the breath work, but including a set of tools that we have here at SOMA Breath. There's live retreats that are happening both in Bali, Barcelona, London, but our whole path can be done on a digital front. So right now you can actually join at $2,000 for the foundational, $44.99 at advanced instructor, and $64.99. And we do have some payment plans available. So when you do the application and you book your call, if finances is something that's in the way for getting you started, know that they'll be able to offer you some payment options that can fit your current finances. And here's the key thing. If you're planning to build a business, you should be looking at making this as an investment that makes sense for you. Let's say that all you're looking to do is work in group session. And let's say you're doing one group session a week. Can you get 10 people that come and pay $25 for a group session a week? You're looking at a business that's generating $13,000. But the fact is, if you're getting one class, 10 people every single week, how many weeks in a year? Type it into chat. How many weeks in a year? We have 52 weeks in a year. So that means you're going to be in front of 520 people. Question is, if you get to deliver a life-changing transformational breathwork session like you've experienced today to 520 people, how many of them might consider becoming a one-on-one student? Let's just say every month you get 2 people that decide to buy one of your packages, which is a 4-week package that you decide to sell at $100 for 4 sessions, which I think would be really cheap. You could probably charge much more than that, but you start seeing that this type of business can compound. See, very likely if you're selling a package of 4 sessions, at this point, you can probably get $100 per session. So you're selling $400 packages. Number of clients you can get per month, let's say you're able to get every single time you put a group together, somebody buys, you're looking at 32,000. So this is something to get you into the mindset that, hey, being a breathwork instructor is one of the fastest growing modalities in wellness. Holistic trainings always bring breath work. The most transformational things that happen at retreats are breath work. And so if you've built this client base, this audience using breath work as a vehicle, what if you do put a retreat together? And what if it's a high-end retreat where people join for say 1500, you bring 10 people together and you can make 15,000, and it works so well that you're on the second year you're making 2 retreats that year. This is what you should be thinking about if you're considering becoming a breathwork instructor. And when you get on the call with our team, we're going to walk you through what are your goals? What is the vision? Whatever you've put together on your paper, does becoming a breathwork instructor fit what you're trying to achieve? And if it does, we want an opportunity to show you why SOMA Breath is the absolute best protocol you can have, because it's not just one technique. It's a whole suite of techniques so that you're well equipped to take people on a journey where they want to go, take them where they want to go, and get them to do it in a way that's fun, effortless, and brings the results. And so if any of that resonates and you could see yourself build a practice around that, know that we give you the tools to be excellent at facilitating, at instructing, and at coaching. And we also have every element of building the business around your practice gets included when you join on any of the levels. So you can learn the business of breath and you can know exactly how to bring people into your room so you can deliver the transformation you've been trained to deliver. And so if any of this sounds exciting, fill the application, put a little note that says Jason Deal. My team will know that you were here, you've listened, you've paid attention. And when you talk to them, they're going to basically help you get to clarity. Let's see if what you're imagining is going to be a fit. And if it is, we'll do what is possible to meet you where you are financially and make sure you're making the decision that makes the most sense. Is that a fair deal? With that, we are at the end of the call. I hope that for any of the people that have had an itch to become an instructor are going to take action right now. For the next hour, if you make that application happen, there are still a few slots available. So I think you can book up till Monday, maybe Tuesday. And we look forward to having that conversation. For those who are like, look, that instructor stuff might not be ready for me right now, but I do want to go on a deeper transformation. Well, you're still going to go on one of the steps that every single person that's becoming an instructor will do, which is you will have your own awakening. The 21-day awakening journey is the powerful protocol that our instructors all go through so that they can have their own breakthrough, so they become powerful leaders to be able to guide others. The 21-day awakening journey is for your personal transformation and is available for 60% off for the next 3 days. So if you want to have a personal transformation that goes deeper, it's available for $199 with a guided mentor that is there every single week with you. And if you're trying to get it at the lowest price possible without having a mentor, you can get it at $159. We'll put a link into the show notes so you can all get access to all of that. If we join instructor, we also get the 21-day awakening journey. Priska, yes, when you speak on the call, mention that it is an important step. Every instructor that's going into the advanced instructor journey learns how to deliver a beautiful awakening ceremony. You're going to go through the 21-day awakening journey as well. So talk to your mentor on the process. They're going to guide you through the right step. Tiffany, I know that you're going to be heading out to Austria. I believe you just are coming into this retreat. And so we're excited to see you there. My team was telling me about the beautiful conversations you've had. So we're very excited to have you join and go deeper. That's going to be super exciting. It is Niraj's flagship event. You guys are going to have a blast. And if I recall, it will be your first time going to Europe. So what a way to go to Europe and to deliver a personal transformation and hone your skills in the process. We see you. We're excited for your progress, and you're going to have an amazing time there. We know it. Roots God, I know you're also an instructor in progress. Expect Brooke to be reaching out. We want to do some live trainings in New York, and we feel like you might have some good contacts for us to bring more live trainings across the US. So definitely get in touch with Brooke. She's going to take care of you. Tracy, do not share your affiliate link for the 21-day in this chat. But you have a link in your platform. If you want to invite some of your audience to come and do the 21-day with you, we highly encourage you to do that. Log into your partner platform, and then you'll get a chance to see all the available links and share that as well. This is the end of the training, everyone. If you're still here and you have any questions, I'll do like I'm doing right now and just answer those questions. But the official training is done. Here's your next actions you need to do. Book that call and fill the application right now. If you think about becoming an instructor and you want to get that 20% off, do that right now, because that's something that's happening only during the live call. Second is, if you want to go on the 21-day awakening journey, we're going to make sure that you have a link. You have 3 days left to get the 60% off. The sooner you sign up, the more you can pick the dates that make sense. We have some available at every time zone. So regardless of where you're in the world, there is a right time for you to go 4 weeks into a life transforming, 3 weeks, 4 calls, life transforming process. And so the links are there. Any details about the Austria event, it is happening actually at the beginning of August. Let me show you some details. If you have questions about the Austria retreat, it is the private SOMA Breath Awakening retreat with Niraj himself. You had a beautiful resort at the top of the Austrian mountains at high altitude doing daily transformational practices. It's happening August 6th to August 11th. It's in the Saalbach Alps in Austria. And oh boy, is this one incredible retreat. Would you guys be curious to see a quick video of what happened last time they did that? They made a great video, and I think this would be the best way to showcase what it's all about. So let's have a quick look. Oh no, I'm in Indonesia, so I cannot play the video from here. So let me activate my VPN, and then we'll get a chance to watch it. Hold on. Can you all hear me right now? Do a thumbs up if your video is up. Okay. It doesn't say anything. Let's have a listen. Actually, I'll play this at the end. It's 6 minutes. I think it'll be the beautiful way to actually play it off for anybody who is interested in a retreat. This will be the final thing that I'll do, and I'll answer any questions before I play the video, so I make sure everybody's covered, which is, yes, Tracy, you can share that link. If you go into your partner program, it'll be the last link. It's directly for people to sign up on the 21-day awakening, and that'll be the best way to do that. Do we get a call with a mentor before starting the transformational coaching course or the master instructor course? Absolutely. This is not just you buy the course and you're on your own. The instructor training is a very handheld process where our entire program has lessons you go through, stages you pass, mentoring calls, practice calls. I mean, for any of the instructors that are here now, they know the process they have to go through to be able to get certified, because you coming out prepared as an instructor is really important. Because if you don't feel too confident out there as a breathwork instructor, we know how to help you. It comes with developing your skills and giving you the practice. And both of those are baked into your certification program. So yes, you'll be able to have a mentor call right from the beginning. You get to pick the mentor you want to have, and you'll see a list of them available based on the style that you want to go through and who you resonate with the most. And so there will be tons of that at the beginning while you're doing your evaluation, and while you're going on transformational coaching, you have plenty more in the process. Catherine, beautiful question. The difference between the app membership 21-day challenge. Okay, so on the app, there's a free portion. A couple tracks are available, but everybody who has the app can at least get breathwork started. When we talk about the membership, is basically on the app, you can become a member on the app. So you pay an annual fee. I believe it's around $87. And as you do so, you unlock all the features within the app, including all the replays forever. You have all these trainings, these breath tracks, and continuously new tracks get added regularly. That's what your membership looks like. But the 21-day challenge would be an understatement. It truly is an awakening journey. The 21-day awakening journey is a fully guided experience where you're doing daily practices, weekly calls, and you're being held by the hand to discover the tools that allow people to do deep healing, massive alignment with their purpose, and truly take their life to the next level. It is the foundational experience that every single person that goes through the instructor training goes through as well, because we know how empowered they are on the other side. And that's the type of instructor we want to share in the world. And it's been the program that we've shared with thousands of people around the world. So if you want to have what is a signature core SOMA Breath transformational experience for yourself, the 21-day awakening journey is exactly designed for that. I hope that answers your question. But when you click on the link, you'll be able to read more about it, see people's stories, see exactly what's included, and pick your time as well. We'll hope you get a chance to do. You'll also see that there is an opportunity for you to join the 21-day awakening journey and buy the lifetime access, which means you can join a 21-day awakening journey anytime in the future. All right. I think those are the major questions. I see some individual questions are being sent to me through private chat. So what I'm going to do at this point is I will play a video that shares about this incredible event that Niraj will be hosting in Austria. I think it's a beautiful way of ending the call. You'll get some more information. Keep going on the chat. Myself and Monica will go and answer your questions. And I will say, ladies and gentlemen, this was the finale of our Be the Change an incredible 4 weeks that we got to spend together with a powerful finale. With that, we'll keep answering your questions. We'll say thank you for being there, taking care of yourself, and choosing to be the change. And we know we're going to see you all, as we started with a lot of new people on the call, but we know we all have regulars now at a minimum. And we'll finish with just playing this beautiful video from Austria, and I'll answer your questions in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone, and enjoy the video.
Here's Niraj, founder of SOMA Breath. And here's what happened when we took a group on this incredible transformation retreat at Saalbach, Austria, one of my favorite places in the world. So I take people on this process I call crazy magic. You see, crazy magic is a set of ancient practices, especially breathwork rituals, combined with our music technology composed by my in-house team of amazing musicians that actually is designed to alter your state of consciousness and take you into these altered states of consciousness where you feel like you're being channeled by something divine, a higher power. So you'll go through a carefully crafted schedule of rituals and practices designed to help you discover your truth and become supercharged with a positive energy and motivation to truly live by it. You will do ancient biohacking and breathwork practices in breathtaking locations, also done at high altitudes, which simulates what the yogis did in the Himalayas. We'll also go on hikes in these incredible landscapes of the Alps, and then we go through modern biohacking rituals in a first-class state-of-the-art spa with our SOMA sauna breath and detox protocols. Also, you're going to partake in our trance dance and shaking practices and the most transformative breathwork ceremony that dramatically releases emotional blocks and supercharges you into the best version of yourself. Then we'll all go and celebrate life together with our signature breath rave experience inside this incredible music venue.
I've had a very magical and lovely experience at the SOMA retreat. Just to name a few things, we did the sauna therapy in the evenings, and also all the meditations that we've done, the breathing exercises. It was very, very magical, particularly also the profound experiences once you connect to yourself, that I feel like the breathing exercises actually work.
In November 2019, I was diagnosed with breast cancer, stage 3, and I knew after having lots of treatment that I needed to really improve my health. And I started the journey to become a SOMA Breath instructor. I realized that I had a limiting belief that other people have kind of alluded to, that maybe came about after my surgery nearly 4 years ago now, where I had a double mastectomy. That made me feel like not good enough as a woman, not good enough as a person. I've not only realized that yesterday through the manifestation, but also through the breath work, that actually I am a good enough woman, and I feel like I've released that. Thank you very much for that.
I just completed my SOMA Breath awakening experience in Austria, and it's other level. The sessions were incredible. My favorite session was where we were on a mountain overlooking the mountain range in front of us. It was led by Niraj, and it basically just took us to a level, or took me to a level, where his guidance was more focused on our breath work, just simply our beats and the breath holds. And everything that came to me was really like self-guided, or really my inner story and my vision, and a lot of clarity and answers for what I've been looking for.
So this is the breathtaking location where we do breathwork sessions and ceremonies during our retreats in Austria. Now you see, there's so many health benefits to coming up to an altitude like this where the oxygen levels are lower than sea level. In fact, the Austrian Medical Association did some studies that showed the benefits of hiking is because of mild hypoxia, training at high altitudes. The adaptation to low oxygen leads to improved heart health, improved immune system and mood, and also helps you let go of excess weight and get into shape and simply just have more energy and a better mood by just walking and doing exercises up in these mountains.
This was the best drug in the whole world. This is it. I'm telling you.
We stayed at the Saalbacher Hotel here in Saalbach, and it's been a very, very lovely experience. It's a high quality venue. The food is incredibly yummy. There's a pool as well, a sauna, a wellness area, and it's really in the heart of the mountains. I also really appreciated the yoga sessions in the morning. It really helped me kind of get started my day on the right foot.
I'm a mental health therapist, and I've practiced the SOMA Breath in my practice already, and I've been already.
I recommend this retreat because Niraj and Brooke and all the other facilitators are very talented and very, very special in their way of whole
master right there.
And so a little taste of what you could expect going to Austria. I'll put a link for anybody who's interested in going out there. But nonetheless, there's so many paths, but the first path is just taking an action. And so for those, I've already seen all of you. I get these text messages when you book their appointments. So I've gotten all the people that have booked already. You're all locked in. You're going to have a call with one of our incredible team members. And for anybody who's buying the 21-Day Awakening Journey, I just want to wish you a safe journey, a beautiful journey for whatever it is you're going through. It's going to be magical. I know it. And for those who haven't taken that leap yet, know that we will send you an email for the 21 day. Make sure that you take that. You have 3 days to be able to get that 60% off. And we really hope that we get to make you the next story of transformation throughout our processes. Thank you so much for being here. And you have tons of resources at your footstep. We know that you've had a great story or journey today. I will call it an evening. We spent 3 hours together. So if you were expecting one, it was a little more, but we had a good time. So thank you so much for your time. We honor it. Much love. Take care. Peace.